Justin Westhoff joins. He's also an ambassador for the Hutt Street Walk a Mile, which we'll talk about later. Justin, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey,
It's our pleasure. We're about to sort of kick off. We're 2 days into the showdown week. Does it ever get old? Do you enjoy it when it comes around each time?
Oh, it's always a bit of a, the lead-up is always, bigger, as you guys would understand here in South Australia. But, it's getting towards the point of the end of the year and everybody's trying to win games and find their way through the season still. So, it's probably come at a perfect time for both clubs. It's, no more important game for both teams this week, which is great. It's going to be, a pretty fiercely contested game, I think.
Your showdown record's amazing. You love them. I had a look back. You're always in the best players. You do, Huff.
It's always good, It's always good to play against it, against Adelaide, play well. And, I don't know really what to say about that. It's always good to come around and play against the home team and, stick it up them every chance you can.
That's what we wanted you to say. Well done, Huff.
That's the way it is, really.
Yeah. Hey, you're straight off the track. You've had to fly back and bus back from country Victoria. Was today just a flush-out run?
Yeah, obviously play on Sunday. We only got back at about 10:30 the last flight in Sunday night. So, there's still a few sore boys around, so we're just, managing that, and we had a bit of a run around today just to blow the cobwebs out a bit. But, it's good to get back in and see the sun again and warm up from the weekend. It's taken a few days, but we finally got there.
How cold was it? Talk us through it. You had the long sleeves on. I think there was about 7 of it. You, Bonner, Pittard, Wingard, Robbie. Is there a bit of a club with that? Do you get paid out, you long sleevers of ours?
We do cop a little bit from the coaches and that, but look, I normally go out before the game and it started hailing, and then the warm up before the game was. I've never been that cold. I think on the Weather Channel it says what it feels like, and I think it was 0.6 or something. So it was pretty fresh. It was pretty fresh, and coming from the country, you get used to it. Playing tough footy.
And you're better off than most because you've got a pretty healthy head of hair. You had the big beard going on, so your face is warm compared to someone like an SPP who had to put the beanie on when he went off because his bald head was a bit cold. Yeah, I've been prepping for this game for the last month, so thought I might grow it out a bit. But, it was cold and, it was good to get on the bus and get back to Adelaide. How different is it going to be this week? You're playing in a showdown. You've played in 21 showdowns. Generally, when you play at Adelaide Oval, it's all your crowd. You've got the great atmosphere, and Port Adelaide supporters are as good as any. They make as much noise as any supporter group. This time you're going to play Adelaide, and it's going to be pretty hostile the other way. Do you enjoy that challenge of silencing the crowd and hearing, not much noise when the stadium's full?
Yeah, obviously, you need to get off to a good start in a showdown and really put that side of the game out of it. Obviously, they're going to be coming out, in droves to get Adelaide over the line, and, probably when you go anywhere interstate or playing away, you tend to put a focus on that, and that's going to be even more evident this week. We need to come out the blocks early and, silence the crowd and, obviously not have those momentum swings in the game where you can kind of ride off the atmosphere of the game, and the Adelaide Crows crowd bring that more than anyone else, and they'll be fired up and ready to go. And if we can do that, put the pressure on early, I think that will go a long way into hopefully winning the game.
Hoff, is this your best year? I used to call you Mr. Versatile. Then you went to Mr. Reliable. Now you're Mr. Dependable. You've had, I reckon, the best year of your career. We said it earlier. We had him as a lock, didn't we, for the All-Australian squad of 40, which will come out. Yeah, look,
I've just had a really enjoyable year. Getting a few fresh faces in there, I think it's really rejuvenated the group, and I've just been able to enjoy what it is that we're playing this year. And obviously winning, it goes a long way into, getting that enjoyment back in the game. But we've had our ups and downs this year, and it's just still been enjoyable to go out and play with the guys that we've got in the park at the moment. And I think if you still got that, you can still play some good footy. And, I probably enjoyed being that older guy again and helping develop these younger guys coming through. It's good. It's good to put a few, years into these guys and being able to see where they come from, and then being able to play with these guys as well. It's, it brings a new dimension to the group, which has been amazing this year.
Well, I reckon showdown 44, Motti kicked that goal. It was the Sealy year one. I reckon that kick-started year. From then on, we've started to see some real Port Adelaide footy. Just on that, last week you were all labelled whingers. Did you use that at all as a leadership group? Did you refer to it? Did you discuss it, whether it be the players or the leaders? I mean, just uncalled for, I thought. What did it sting you at all, Hoff?
Yeah, look, obviously you never want to be titled that in anything you do in your life to be a whinger. It's probably one of those ones where you never really want to be called that and be tagged that, but it did drive us a little bit, and we spoke about it briefly before the game, and you know that can drive certain people in different ways, and I thought we'd come out on the weekend, and obviously we want to put the best foot forward in that space, and I think it was a little bit unwarranted, you know, going into the week, and it's just, you know, how you respond to that. And I thought we responded brilliantly as the way we played, and the things, you know, that we brought to the game this week, I did think it was a little bit unfair.
Yeah, well, blimmin' fired up Charlie Dixon, his best game for the year, fair dinkum. He hates the cold, but kicked 5. He was a colossus.
Yeah, look, he's probably one of those guys that, you know, it's easy to target when they're not in great form, but he's been amazing for us, you know, even though he hasn't been kicking the goals, you know, probably what to the amount that he did last year, but he's been such an important part of the forward line, and what we've been able to do this year, he probably hasn't got as much credit as other guys, but he's been great. And, you know, on the weekend he was able to kick 5, which was, you know, probably won us the game in the end. So that's footy sometimes, and you just got to roll the punches, which I think he's done more better than anyone else.
And Justin, before we let you go, you've been a long-time supporter and ambassador for the Hutt Street Centre. They've got this great initiative, which is Walk a Mile in My Boots, and you're supporting again. Just remind everyone why you get behind this charity and how people can get involved.
Look, Hutt Street Centre have been amazing, you know, a part of the community for many, many years, and I've probably copped a bit of unwarranted flack over the past few months, and they're coming around for their 10th year, which is their 10th Walk a Mile. They do, you know, they're hitting up the front line of homeless here in South Australia, which no one really should be dealing with, and doing an amazing job in that space. And they've got their Walk a Mile this year. They've got their McLaren Vale one on this Friday, so if you're down south and you can't get into the city next week, jump on that. The big one's next Friday, the 10th of August.
Yep.
Here in the city, so if you want to support those guys, jump online. I've got my own campaign page, you know, it's Walk with Westy, so if you want to jump on that and either come along or donate a bit of cash to these guys if you can't get there on the day. But I know you guys are coming down and walking, you know, you've done it the last few years and been amazing at that, and any money you can spare to put in front of these guys, they do an amazing job, you know, in the community, so jump on board.
Yep, 7 a.m. for a 7:30 a.m. start. It's it's the Hutt Street Centre. Jump online, just type in huttstreetcentre.org.au. Ian Cox and his team. Been there a long time, done lots of great stuff. We appreciate the way you support the Hutt Street Centre, and Justin, all the best for the weekend. It's promising to be a cracking game, high stakes for both teams, and yeah, we love it here in South Australia. It's one of the showcase events of the year. Good luck.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Well done, Hoff. He's an absolute ripper. There's 6,000 homeless. Hutt Street look after the majority of them. We want to get 6,000 people there. Hoff is the ambassador. They do a lot of great work, Port Adelaide Footy Club, in that circle. It is next Friday, 7 a.m. for a 7:30 start. It is at Vic Park, and you finish in the South Parklands. It's a great cruisy little walk. Have a little snagger on the way. There's bands and all that sort of stuff. You can walk with Hoff and just give his website again. I reckon we might do that this year. Jump on his website, donate, so he gets the big coin and goes bang.
Walk with Westy, I think
Walk with Westy.
Just quickly, you mentioned he performs pretty well against Adelaide. Looked at his Brownlow votes. He's got 19 career Brownlow votes in his whole career, which is what? You play against 17 teams, about one per team. He's got 7 against Adelaide. So he finds his best.
He loves the showdown.
Yes, indeed.